Hello everyone, this is Warren from the Rhapsody Piano Studio. Welcome to today's live lesson. We're going to be working on Baby Grand, Billy Joel, by Billy Joel, the incomparable Billy Joel. There's going to be 4 easy piano. I'm going to try to get through this without sniffling too much, but sorry, I got a little bit sniffles today, so I'm going to try to speak clearly, but please be understanding. I'm a little sick. We'll see if we can get through this without any problems. Now, if you need to get the sheet music, pick it up in the cards and also the video description below. Also, when you're learning the stuff that I'm trying to teach you here, and the word is learning, I'm trying to give you directions where you can do this stuff on your own. When you feel confident enough, you watch this lesson enough times, you watch more of my other lessons. When you learn these concepts, try to apply it yourself and teach yourself by clicking on the tutorial. The link will be in the cards and also the video description. So it's after you learn the stuff I'm teaching you in a lesson, go check out a tutorial and do more of a self-guided type of learning. So if you're able to use the tutorials and you know what's going on, then you're on a good path, my friend. Like, you're able to be your own teacher. And to me, that's pretty awesome, okay? Last but not least, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you want to catch whenever I go live, make sure you turn on all those notifications, okay? And also, hopefully, be checking out my piano tutorials as well. All right, here's Baby Grand from the beginning. Let me show you how to practice this and play it, all right? So let's just take that first two measure introduction, and what you want to do first is to divide the sections that you're practicing. We just did 2 here. Usually I do a little bit more, but this beginning intro is even a little bit tricky here. So okay, so if they break that down in the left hand, it's not too much of a problem. We're just gonna try that together if you can, all right? If you can't do it with me right now, don't worry about it. I'll explain why it doesn't matter, all right? With me at the same time, left hand, and we're simplifying, by the way, so I showed you both hands. Now we're doing one hand at a time. All right, ready, go. Yeah, so the reason I was saying that you don't really need to nail it on the first try, you give yourself multiple chances to try to get this done. You be a little bit patient with this process. It's also this idea of spaced repetitions. So I'm saying instead of doing it like 10 times in a row, it's better to space those out. So you try it once now. It doesn't have to be perfect. You get just the right idea. If you want to do it a few more times, be my guest. You do that a few times, right? And then after you've done it enough, you want to do something else, then you can try to come back to this section again later on in your session, or even later on in your week. You can even just put it off for the entire day if you want. Hey, what up, Chocolate Bar? Thanks for your comments, man. Literally following along, okay. Let me know if you need me to slow down and if these instructions are making sense, okay? All right, so that was left hand. Here's right hand. It's a simple pattern here. If your harmony analysis is good enough, this is a G minor 7th chord. Alright, so it's just this pattern. See that? Okay, now here with the triplets. You want to play without any pedal to connect it. To 2-4 and to a 3-5. Okay? And you also practice this way. Kind of make it into chords. So like little different ways to practice is kind of fun too. Alright, so let me show you the right hand. We're going to try that together. I'll slow it down a bit. Ready, go. Alright, now I'm going to go back and play both hands for you. And there's a reason why I play both hands first, and then we didn't even try it right away, because part of the process, if you want to learn more efficiently, especially if you're on your own without a teacher, is you got to be able to watch these videos and listen and observe, alright? Most people think observation is just like which finger to use, which keys to press. I'm telling you, listen to all of it. the rhythm, the melody. You know, you can also, the good thing about YouTube is you can actually see and follow along too, like you were saying, chocolate bar. You know, it's just a part of observation. You know, like that's what most students I don't think do enough. They just want to play. But you got to be able to watch and listen and critically analyze the stuff that you're practicing. Okay. All right. Let me show you both hands. All right. Both hands together. Ready? Go. Okay, we're gonna move on. So remember, it's up to you how many times you want to do your repetitions, you know, practice how many times you want to do it. Really up to you. It's that idea of spaced repetition, that's what it's called. Go ahead and Google it after this lesson's over. Alright, so next part. Finally, the song. Stop right there at when I'm blue. They don't have measure numbers for this. It always irritates me when they don't do that, so I'll just give you the words. Late at night when it's dark and cold, I reach out for someone to hold when I'm blue. Alright, now the right hand. Now instead of actually playing this note by note, I'm going to show you the different positions to go to. Alright, so here is first measure, and here it's the next part to practice, then these three notes, then you look at the next measure. Now this is the part where you really only need to practice. We'll break it down. See here? Thumb to another thumb. You can slide it to create that legato without using a pedal. And then here it's critical. You gotta get to 1-4. Then 1 here, because you're crossing over 5 and 2 here. Okay? Alright, so actually, yeah, let me go back from late at night. I'm gonna play it for you. Alright, okay, we're gonna try that together. Remember, if you're looking at that and you're trying with me right now with the right hand, there is a rest on that first beat. So we're not gonna count. We're gonna count, but we're not gonna play on right on the beat because there's an 8th rest right there, okay? So let me show you. Ready, go, rest. Rest. Like that, okay? Here we go. Ready, go, rest. Okay, back to the left hand. Watch that. You want to see if you can figure out the patterns for yourself, and this whole pattern recognition, this idea of pattern recognizing patterns, right, is so no, I'm not gonna name the notes. So you just watch and follow along, okay? You need to be able to read the notes, man. Not to be harsh, but look, it's not that hard to find the notes and read them. If you want to, click the description after my lessons are over. Like, you can find some live streams where I teach how do you learn to read notes and whatnot, okay? It's just, if you want to really like me to say, see, this is F, C, F, C, like all the entire time. Like, if you need me to say that, and then how long you've been like playing for, man, like you gotta level up your playing, okay? So you don't want to depend on that all the time. Alright, so if you're recognizing patterns from here. Okay, cool. If you have any other questions I can help you with, VB would love to answer them for you. But reading notes, just follow along, okay? Alright, here. If you notice pattern, we're staying on that C in the middle, and we're going down an octave. Down to D. See that? Okay, and here, bass line going back up. That's basically it. So C, here. In fact, you could practice it like this. Little shortcuts help too. Now, I'm going to go back and I'll just play it regularly. Then we'll try it together. try it together, same time. Ready, go. Yeah, didn't come out. Sorry, so it's an old piano. Sometimes notes don't come out. Alright, you know, the whole note reading thing, the reason why it's just like if I had to say every note, I just have to make this point real quick, you know. It's like if I'm teaching a person how to write and speak English, like I'm not gonna go by and spell every single letter, you know. That's like very elementary level. If you have teachers that are still making you do this, and if you're still learning like this, it's very basic, you're doing yourself a disservice. You're really not gonna be able to make any improvement if you just want the letters all the time. So I'm saying it is difficult. It's not. I mean, it's easy to learn to read music, but it's not like easy, if you get what I mean. But you know, if you do that, it's gonna take a lot of hard work. But when you get there, God, you make so much more progress with piano this way. Trust me. Okay. All right. Back to both hands. All right. We're gonna try that together if possible. Ready? Go. All right, now I'm looking at this page right here, and I don't know when the next little chunk is going to end. And you notice I'm doing small parts at a time. That's another practice principle. Pick a little bit at a time, small sections, and then you just build them together like blocks. Okay. So I'm actually gonna go to the bottom of the page because I don't want to just really keep on turning pages back and forth. Okay. So I'm gonna go all the way to the bottom of the page. My baby. Name the chords or the key. I really don't know what you mean by that. Yeah, if you know how to read notes, then like you know you should be able to follow along. If not, you know I highly recommend if you don't. I think you're trying to. I'm pretty sure VB you're trying to play. You don't have the sheet music, right? So I mean it's cool. Like look, the reason I'm not gonna do that is because once you get the sheet music and you read and follow along, like you don't need me to do all that stuff. Okay. All right. Plus the sheet music, the one I'm looking at. It has all the little harmonies it goes through, okay? All right, here is the next part. Okay, I kind of flubbed one part. Let's go back. Here's your right hand. When I'm blue. My baby. And we're gonna stop right there. Okay. By the way, if you have any other questions, please let me know. I'm gonna try to help you as much as possible. Here's right hand. Let's try it together. When I'm blue. Ready, go. This key is in F. Off the top of my head, it looks like it's an F major. Yeah, pretty sure this is an F major. Okay. All right. Going back to left hand. You are very welcome, BB. Any questions, let me know. Okay, here we go. Left hand together. I'm showing you. It's the same pattern, but see that? Same thing. Now we're hanging on D, going down octaves. Now here, she's the only one. So that part, the bass line is different, but it's basically this, like the beginning. Remember that? Now we're just doing it here when I'm blue. Okay, so try it together. Ready, go. Alright, back to both hands. that together. Ready, go. Alright, so far we have 3 different sections, although this last one, My Baby, is going to go on to the next page, but for the sake of this live stream, don't want to keep flipping back and forth. So we're going to go back, now we're going to put this whole entire page together. Okay, so whatever sections you have, slowly build it up, and if you're going for a performance, you get to the point where you can play the whole entire song. Okay, alright, here's just, I'm going to just do left hand here. Follow along with me if you can. Top of the page. Ready, go. Alright, we're going to go back, try the right hand. Ready, go. Right, back to both hands, and we're going to keep going. Ready, go. Keep going to the next page, and I might want to add, when you're practicing this stuff with these songs, it's not like you have to do the entire song in one session. Like, you can just pick like a page and just call it a day with that, and then move on and practice other stuff if you so desire. Okay, I'm gonna go back page, we're in the next page here, and it's kind of interesting. We have like 3 different endings here, because so the first time you repeat, you're gonna take the first one, and then the second time you take the second ending, and the third one you're gonna continue on with the song. So let me show you those repeats when we go back right now. Yeah, it's a bit different. Okay, Chocolate Bar, do you have any advice for having trouble playing with both hands at the same time? I can get one hand, but then when adding the other, I also have difficulty. Well, I'm missing some context here, so you gotta think, what level are you at? Are you picking the appropriate material, right? So if it's a little bit too difficult, let's say you've been trying for like a month, you still can't do both hands, it's probably like a little out of your range, So if that's the case, I'd recommend doing easier music, right? Or it could just be you need to do a lot more hand step of practice. And if you're right-handed, I guarantee most of the students, they don't practice their left hand enough. So that's another question too. Whatever your dominant hand is, let's say you're left-handed even, then if you're left-handed, you'd have to practice your right hand twice as much. So that's the first question to really think about. Are you really practicing both hands equally? And when I say equally, the left hand, it's got to be twice as much as what you're doing with the right hand, okay? So that's one thing. Other thing too is, like, are you practicing this way, like one section at a time, like, right hand and left hand hands together, just going by like combinations and building up that way? So that's the other ways, like, are you practicing correctly, okay? So I would say difficulty of the repertoire, and are you practicing correctly, okay? So keep those 2 things in mind, and then hopefully you'll come. I mean, it's not an ideal answer, but these things are always a lot more complicated than what you might think, okay? All right, and I say this all the time with my students, so it's nothing new. That, yeah, it's the same advice I give my students. Usually they're able to figure it out. Okay, here's the first ending. We're gonna practice these separately. So here's the right hand. beginning. Right hand, ready, go. I just thought of another tip for you, chocolate bar. If you're not practicing with a metronome, that might be the case too, because you have a metronome, it's gonna keep you going. So a lot of people have trouble like keeping up with the rhythms because they don't use the metronome most of the time. Okay, so try that, and I hope that helps too. All right, right hand, ready, go. Okay, left hand. Try it together. Ready, go. Now back to both hands. I love those chromatic scales. All right, here we go. Ready, go. Alright, now we're going to the second ending. If you want to take that second verse and show you how it goes. That's pretty nice. Here's the right hand. And this baby grand's been good to me. Together, ready, go. Left hand. Okay, together, ready, go. Back to both hands. Let me show you. Together, ready, go. Alright, we're gonna keep this going, and I'm gonna give you the rest of this page here. So the third ending, we're gonna move on with the song. Grand's gonna stand by me. Alright. Stopping on date said. Okay, here's right hand. Now let's do that again. Okay, try that together. We'll go a little bit slower here. There's a lot of movement going on, so this part might be a place you really need to practice a bit more on your own. Ready, go. Okay, left hand. And they say 3, I'll use a 5 here. Easier to get to this note, these notes. Try it together, ready, go. Okay, back to both hands. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. This is it's a pretty long song, man. So instead of these short sections, I'm gonna show you just like the whole entire page. If you look over here at the next page, they said melancholy blues were dead. Let me give you the whole entire page because I'm trying to save some time here. And if you need to, go ahead and separate those into smaller sections. Okay, so if it's not working for you, if it's too much, because it does take a certain amount of concentration to be able to play longer sections, then go ahead and shorten those to whatever you want. All right, here's the next page. Okay, yeah, I just saw here played in minor keys. That is kind of tricky here because we have, like the whole time we've had eighth notes, triplets and eighth notes, right? So now we have in chord notes. So you've got to go. It's really no easy way to practice this part, but we're going quarter notes. You gotta play those triplets twice as long now. See that? So what I would do is you want to practice placing different emphases on the, if you take a metronome out, right? So I would say, play 1 beat per measure, 2 beats per measure, 3 beats, 4 beats, kind of like subdividing it, right? So let's say I just wanted to do 6, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Played in minor keys, right? Played in minor keys. And now I would play 2 beats per measure. What I mean is you set the metronome at the same speed, right? But making sure there's only 2 beats in every measure. Played in minor keys, right? Then just 1 beat. Played in minor keys. Okay, so you want those beats going on in the metronome at different speeds, but keeping the same tempo. That's the trick. Same thing with the left hand. Okay. All right. That's really the easiest way that I can, it's when we have triplets like this, it is really difficult. So you have your work cut out for you. All right. Here's the top of the page. Okay, all right, well, let's try that together from the top of the page. Ready, go. All right, left hand. That's not an A flat. There you go. Okay. Ah, that's cool, man. Chocolate bar. Yeah, same ending. I don't remember how I ended it, so. In any case, good job. Good job. And I think, the fun thing with these piano songs, with this popular music, it's not like classical where, you have to like strictly follow the rules, even though that's not actually how it used to be. That's a whole other topic for another video. Like, go ahead and actually change things up. I think it's kind of fun, and it's like an introduction to improvising, all right? All right, here's the top of the page, and I'm gonna go both hands. Instead of showing you, we're gonna mix it up a little bit. Let's just try it at the same time together. They said melancholy blues, all right? Ready, go. parts, last 2 pages. I apologize, I think there's some landscaping going on outside, so you might hear like a lawnmower or whatever. Alright, so I'm just going to give you the last 2 pages. Before we wrap this up, I want to ask you guys, if you enjoyed this video, if you learned something from it, hit that like button, smash it. Also, if you know anyone who would love to play this on my channel, go ahead and share this video with them as well. I appreciate it. They would appreciate it. You will be appreciated. Okay, here's the last 2 pages. Arrows at the end, it says Rubato. If you don't know what Rubato is, it's way too long of an explanation. Go ahead and look it up online, okay? If you think of like Rubato, just think of it as kind of stretching the rhythm, but not going too far in one direction or the other, okay? Alright, here's the right hand. Lesson first, we'll try it together later. And stick around for the recap. If you notice here, I didn't take any time at the end, although in the video I'm sure I'm doing a retardando, which means to slow it down, rubato, all that stuff. With this lesson, we're just going to keep it strictly in tempo for practice purposes. Alright, here's the right hand, ready, go. Let me show you the left hand. Okay, so we're going to try left hand together. I'm going to be strictly in tempo. I'm going to go back to both hands after this, and we're going to try it together right away. And I'm going to do all the rubato and the retardandos and stuff, so see if you can follow along, okay? All right, so left hand, and then remember, stick around for the recap. Left hand, ready, go. Ready? We're going to do both hands, do it right together at the same time, and I'm going to take all those retardandos, slowing down and all that stuff. Alright? Ready? Go. hey, thanks for sticking around to the end. Quick recap. Some practice principles when you're doing this. Do small sections at a time. With each section, you want to do hands separate, like right hand, left hand, hands together. Multiple different types of, combinations. You just want to switch things up. Keep yourself like really active when you're practicing. Don't be passive, right? Other thing too is when you have these small sections done, connect them into bigger parts. Okay, and then also when you're doing like 1 page, 2 page, 3 pages at one time, do understand that if you're not used to it, you're not going to be able to do it because your concentration is not there. You have to build it up like a muscle, okay? Other big idea is this idea of spaced repetitions. Means you don't have to do it 10 times in a row. And in fact, that's really not a good way to practice. Space them out, like do a few times here, wait a little bit, practice another section, and then maybe wait a little bit, practice another section, and then maybe you want to come back to that same part, then do it later on in the session. It's a lot better. Trust me, you want to Google it and look it up, okay? I have not written my own music. I wish I could. That's like a skill set I don't have. Like I've always primarily been a classical pianist, so I just play everything by notes and reading. I've never really learned to play by ear, harmonization, and stuff like that. So that's actually something I'm working on right now. I guarantee one day I'm going to be able to do that. And I'm playing a lot of jazz and through fake books and stuff like that too. And hopefully I'll be able to learn that skill, and maybe I can show you guys sometime once I'm able to fully learn it. Okay? Yeah. But thanks for asking. Appreciate the comment. Thanks for your curiosity. All right. Thank you so much, Chocolate Bar, VB. If you guys made it to the end, appreciate your time. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys for the next one, and happy practicing. Bye bye now.